How about now? Do y'all hear me now? Put a one. Yo, this crazy. Yo, this got to be like, yo, see, okay, see, this is what happens when you try something new. Believe it or not, I had this other mic laying around and I wanted to try it. So I'm messing around with my settings right now, okay? Because there's a new system. There's a new mixer system that I just installed. All right. So that just took me off of StreamYard settings. So I didn't check that. My bad. What's good, chat? Welcome to the show. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, can y'all hear me? All right, I'm seeing it once. All right, here we go. Here we go. How we doing today, chat? All right, listen. Okay, let's go ahead and get in with the story. Okay, because today we are gonna be talking about YouTube's most hypocritical, all right, I mean hypocritical content creator. Okay, and I think YouTube is too high of a status to give this individual. Okay, I think telling you that this guy, and particularly the red pill, is the most hypocritical person you will ever meet or come to know. This person, in fact, we are talking about, you guys already know, y'all saw the title and thumbnail, is Donny Boy. All right, now some of y'all might be saying, Duke, why are you insisting that Donny Boy is a hypocrite? Right? What's going on? Well, listen, it all comes down to the recent event that he was pretty much caught himself filming in. All right. And this event had to do with a wedding. Okay. And now listen, weddings are beautiful. I think they're lovely. Okay. I think that, we want to see more people out there who are paired up and not, getting pissed off at women all over the place. Right. And certainly not selling courses teaching other men how to be pissed off at women or how to game women or things like that. Right. But again, it's nice to see people who truly love each other and make each other feel special come together as a union. Okay. Now, here's the thing, when Donovan Sharp is doing it, there's a big old hypocrisy bubble surrounding it because this man spent his entire career, all right, online teaching you not to get or at least commit to women. Okay, that he got books written on this, the woman needs. All right, matter of fact, he even gets as specific as not getting involved with single mothers, right? He's had a plethora of content. Him and Minister Jap himself, they've had a plethora of content talking about how, single mothers, they're the bane of existence for men out there. Single mothers, you don't want to date them because you're always going to come in second place and the kid's going to come first, right? Single mothers, do you know they're a package deal? Who wants that baggage? No, this is the kind of nonsense Donny Boy has been spewing throughout his entire YouTube career. Matter of fact, that is the type of shit that gets a lot of you incels hooked, okay? And then come to find out, at the end of this whole arc he went through, he's getting married. What's even worse is to a single mother who's post-wall. Oh, post-wall being another point of criticism for women, right? Because he's a big proponent of them. You got to get them young, right? You got to get them young. Because hey, listen, when they get 25, that's too old, all right? And that's too close to the wall. That's too close. You can't deal with that, all right? She's got to be 18, 19, or if you're Andrew Tate. I mean, don't do it. You're gonna end up in a Romanian prison. Okay, don't be a Tate. Okay, don't join the war room. But again, if you're one of these people, they think younger is better. Donny Boy certainly is no stranger to preaching that kind of mentality to a bunch of his fan base, right? And then come to find out, the person you decide to spend the rest of your life with, it ticks all those boxes you were telling us to watch out for. I'm sorry, but if you were supposed to be my mentor and I'm supposed to be listening to you and I see this is the outcome out of the shit you've been teaching, in my book, you failed. You failed. Why on earth would I even want to consider following your footsteps? Nigga, I see your character arc. All right. You started out angry as fuck on the internet. All right. Yelling and yapping against single moms, exposing yourself, being pretty much done over by 19-year-old single mama heroin addicts. And then all of a sudden ending back up with marrying a single mom who's post-wall. It's like, yo, if I wanted your outcome, okay, I would follow your advice. But I don't want your outcome. And neither do most people who are following you, and especially seeing that wedding, all right? That shameless wedding on display. And listen, I think it's starting to solidify why maybe Donny, it's time for you to get out of the game. I think your methods are outdated. It's over. All right, get out. Go somewhere. Go do something else with your life. All right, this isn't for you anymore. Go live the rest of your life with Devon. Okay. Now here's the thing. Chat. I know I'm going a little bit hard today, but you gotta understand. You have to understand. This man has spent his entire career monetizing, okay, and building a platform off of shaming specific types of women. Okay. And not only that, conditioning young men to avoid these types of women. And here's the crazy thing. We're going to watch a little bit of the wedding ceremony, right? And I actually thought the wedding ceremony was beautiful, a little shameless, but beautiful. All right. Shameless in the attire Donny was wearing. I mean, my boy, are you at a wedding or are you getting ready to get pimped out? Like, what the fuck are you wearing, bro? I mean, it seemed like your wife came dressed for the occasion. She wore a white dress. My dude looked like he was going about the gamble at a casino or some shit like that. Like, what are you wearing, bro? Like, this is crazy. But nonetheless, it was interesting. It was an interesting ceremony. We're not gonna knock it yet, but again, it was good. All right, and one thing I found even more satisfying with that ceremony was the guests that were invited. Right, and as you look throughout the people that were invited into into Donny Boy's wedding here, you almost can't help but to feel is that the sense of maybe Donny Boy might be a true loner, right? Maybe Donny Boy may not actually have real friends, in the actually real world, actually real world, but in the real world, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if I wouldn't pop out somewhere, all right, I got a number of a bunch of different people I can call, and we can just go make something happen. Okay, I'm sure most of you guys have that. All right, so those of you guys who spend your time in the real world, not you internet incels, okay, y'all not gonna understand what I'm talking about. Y'all don't even have people on your speed dial that can come and help you out, whatever it is you need. You don't spend time fostering that relationship, buddy. You need to get off the internet. But I digress. Okay, there are people like in the chat right now. I'm sure you got people you can call if you're ready to go for a function, you're ready to go out, or you're ready to just go, hang out and do something. All right. These incels don't have that. And particularly the incel leaders like Donny Boy, because when you look at the guest list, it was filled with people that were kind of familiar, right? And then I was like, hold on, I recognize these people. Is that Myron? Is that Myron over there? Is that Fresh? Is that Fresh ass back there? They got Big Mo. What Big Mo big ass doing over here? I'm telling you, bro. You tell this nigga there's gonna be a happy meal. He's ready. My nigga ready. Oh, what you said? Wedding? What's up? No, listen. All these people. Pearl was there, which was freaking interesting. It's like, wait a minute, Donny, time out. Are everyone you know just on the internet? Is that what it is? Do you not have friends in the real life? So you're telling me the people you invite to the most important event, all right, I would say of any person's life, whether you're a man or a woman, right? You want to make sure your family members are there. And even Devon, you want to make sure her family members are there, friends, people who actually like her and say that they can vouch for her and say she's a good person, right? Show up. Like, what is it? Is the bridesmaids, the sisters maids, whatever these girls call it, right? That's what it is. So you want those kind of people. I didn't see any of that. I just saw YouTube niggas. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Hold the fucking French toast door. Donny, why do you not have any friends? Why are people you are inviting to your wedding? Why are they all people from RedPill? Like, this is you invite your fans to your wedding. You got, bruh, it's a dog. Tell me you got no real friends without telling me you got no real friends, Donny. Come on, you telling me. What about your brother? Did your brother show up? All right, you remember, he loaned you money when you were going through with that 19-year-old heroin addict. Okay, he loaned you money. All right, my boy. So where was he at? Was he over there? Did you even tell your family member? What about your dad? I know you and your dad are going through something. All right, but does he know? What about her family members? It was just the most oddest thing. So again, when I say the wedding was shameless, okay, it's not that the ceremony itself was shameless. Matter of fact, I found parts of it quite touching. Right, you could tell there's actual love in the air, especially when what's her face, Devon, when she was talking about I love you, and ever since you've been with me, we've been here for long. And it's like, okay, man, she look like she really in love with this loser. Listen, I can. Listen, I would be heartless if I couldn't find the goodness in that. Okay, I would be a heartless person. It's just listen, that makes you the biggest hypocrite of all, Donny, because I can't help but to just think that it makes you the biggest hypocrite of them all. The reason why is because look at how y'all were talking, just reading off your vows to each other. And then all of a sudden, you've been putting a message out there so young men potentially can't even taste the same happiness that you're tasting with Devon. Like, what if maybe for some of these incels you're coaching, maybe a single mom might be the right option for them, just like Devon is the right option for you. But thanks to your teachings, your future students or anybody who's going to come across any one of your videos, because of your outdated teachings, they're going to miss out on that opportunity to at least find a companion in their lives. That's what I find so hypocritical about your teachings. And I hope, and what I always say about hope is for people who failed to plan, okay? So I tend not to hope on things. I just like to get shit done and know what's coming, all right? But the thing is, Donny boy, I would say this. If you don't change your tune after this ceremony, it's over for your career, dog. I'm just going to be real, because for a while, you were allowed to get away with it, Donny. All right, for a while, people would say, oh, you and Devon are married, and you could just play it off and laugh it off and shit. But now we got you. We got you, dog. You actually got married. Now, it's not a real wedding, right? Because, you know, Donny boy was officiating his own wedding, so it's not like a real wedding. They're not signing any agreements because that's the way Donny wants it. At any point in time, he wants to ditch the old bag when she becomes useless. So, I mean, I don't blame him. And anyways, all I got to say is leave it to Donny to turn a beautiful moment into a lecture fest. And that was the other part that was just so shameful about this, okay? So y'all see what I'm talking about in just a second. Let's go ahead and play this goddamn video.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to send it. Okay, guys, this is it. We were going to get married. I am now going to give the camera to our guy. Here we go. All right, we're live. No, you can turn it around. There you go. You ready?
He didn't mean literally turn it around, bro. What are you doing? We already starting off in a. Oh no! He's just gonna start this off. Look at this.
It says orientation is locked here.
Yeah, you can't do it inside. And here we are, guys.
Turn the camera around. Turn the camera around. Hey, somebody tell him. Hey, somebody in the chat tell him. There we go. All right, now we're cooking.
Very sort of informal thing. There is no, what do they call it? An officiant? Pastor. Yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay, I'm the officiant and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me. I've got some words for her. And then I will, by the power vested in me, Donovan Sharp, she's for life. Yeah, buddy.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose one another. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted. A healthy garden takes watering, pruning, attention in order to flourish. Thank you for demanding the best in me always. I promise to stand beside you, walk behind you, and be a reliable source of peace for you. I promise to show you my love through my actions, words, and thoughts. Together our lives are great, and the sky is the limit. I love you, and I'm happy to be with you. Go Eagles.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Chat, listen, I know I'm a heartless bastard, but I'm not that heartless of a bastard. Okay, I mean, look, that what you could tell there's love in the air. Okay, so listen again. I'm not knocking this. I'm just surprised that it's actually happening, right? It's like one of those things that when you meet your heroes in real life, you realize they ain't shit. That's the moment I'm having right now, because it's like, damn, this dude that spent 5+ years in the manosphere when he started his grift, okay, he spent so long basically shitting on women, particularly this type of woman we see on screen. And just to see the end result with her in a wedding dress, after all this shit he's been talking, This is where it's just I'm at a loss for words, chat. Okay, M dot shout out to you for the $10 super chat. M dot says, I think the wedding photos are distract from the lack of speakers at the CME. Oh yeah, you wait till an episode coming up. Yeah, CME did not turn out the way you expected it. It actually, matter of fact, it didn't turn out at all. It was very low of a turnout, if you guys exactly know what I'm talking about, okay? Which is crazy because he's over here throwing shots at Anthony Johnson, talking about, oh my God, yeah, everybody, look, he's trying to cancel my event, but look, and we're successful and he's not. Look, he canceled the 21 conventions because he's I can't talk like Donovan. I don't know how he does it, but they canceled the 21 convention, all right, because of low ticket sales. Come to find out, bro, it was you. It was you the whole time. You had the low ticket sales. Nobody showed up. See, this is what Donny boy, this is what I've been trying to tell you, bro. All right, you can't have your wedding and the CME on the same day. It's going to confuse niggas. All right, they're going to be like, hey, wait a minute, time out. Am I going to the CME or am I going to see this nigga get married to a single mom? How much am I paying for this again? I mean, do the math, bro. Chip, what are we talking about here? Yo, Cosmic Fool, shout out to you for the membership. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. JD Informant, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. JD Informant says, my invite was lost. I was there in spirit with Pearls. Yeah, Pearl was asking questions because you could tell. I know Pearl was going to show up. I knew she was gonna show up. That she is desperate for a relationship. You can tell. I mean, why not? Yeah. Who want to hit that? I mean, let's just be real. Oh no, I'm wrong. Obsidian wants to do that. So I mean, she might actually have to get married to somebody like him. But again, I'm not surprised she showed up. Listen, she has to sit there and witness a post-war single mother getting married. And her, who's supposed to be not post-wall, and she's supposed to be, in her, vital years of child rearing and being a, not modern woman, a traditional woman, right? You would think that, it'd be embarrassing. So she wants to show up. She is desperate for that ring. Don't get it twisted. Pearl wants that ring on her finger. It's just, who's going to give it to her? No, which one of y'all going to give it to Pearl? Honestly, hey, chat, that's the real question. And Pearl's sitting there with her legs open, like, hey, any of y'all can come get this, really. I'm open. I really ain't got that much options. Y'all can come get this, please. No? What? What? Come on, bro. Again, that's Pearl. But shout out to you, JD Foreman. Let's go.
No words, baby. Cindy, it's been a hell of a ride. It's been, and the way we met was very unorthodox. Our relationship is very unorthodox. You're wearing a wedding ring now because, well, there you go. You've been wearing it for 7.5 years. But, like I said, I bring out the best in you. But you make me happy. You really do. I was happy before you. And if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you.
What the fuck? Hey, just end the relationship, bro. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Donny boy? Like, I mean, just what the fuck? Hey, yo, this thing is not real. Why? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, at any point in time, I could just leave you. But, yeah, listen, I was happy before you. Just let you know that, right? Listen, woman, I know I'm happy right now, but just so you know, I was happy before you. You really didn't add to my life. I could really do without, all right? The fact that I'm here wearing this Purple Prince ass fucking t-shirt shirt over here, all right? Listen, I'm telling you, I can walk out that door and you will never see me again. Imagine hearing this. Just imagine hearing this from somebody you're on the altar right now getting to spend the rest of your life with. And he's just saying this. Like, I mean, again, I want to feel bad for Devon, but she's also complicit in this, okay? Because you chose this man at the end of the day. He's telling you right now, either for show, okay? And if he's doing it for show, shame on him. Or he really about that shit. He really don't give a fuck about you. Maybe he's still thinking about that heroin addict that left him a long time ago, high and broke. Maybe. We don't know, all right? But he's letting you know you didn't add to my life. I was happy with you, and I was happy without you. Okay, I want you to know that. God damn, this guy sucks. Oh my God.
I'm glad to have someone like you in my life. I've been successful in many ventures in my life, and I've never really had someone like you. I really haven't. I'm glad that I made you into the woman you are today, and I'm glad that you continue to hold that standard. Success is really, really cool to have, to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone you share with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.
I'm gonna cry, yo. Hey, chat, bro. I'm not good with weddings, yo. I'm telling y'all right now, ain't this a beautiful piece of work, chat? I mean, I get real emotional when it comes to weddings. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, but this is lovely. I mean, this is a picture perfect moment. Okay, this is the end of the red pill. Hey, you dorks, you incels out there who've been following this guy for 5+ years. Congratulations, you see the future. It's gonna be a single mama. Okay, so how about you stop hating on these women, all right, and probably realize they're most likely the only option you're gonna end up with. Okay, especially if you're following this nigga's footprints right now. Let's just say it about that. I mean, just keep it that way, all right. But again, I applaud this. This is sweet. This is so sweet. All right, listen, I'd be heartless if I didn't find this ceremony sweet. Okay, so listen, it'd be cool if that's where this ended. But it doesn't, okay? Because leave it the Donny boy, okay? Leave it the Donny boy to go ahead and turn a beautiful, sweet moment into a fucking lecture about dating. It's like, nigga, you're married right now. The moment you said I do, you out of the market, my dude. You're done. What are you're gonna tell us? Get out of here. You better walk on down the aisle. Hey, what you talking about? Let's continue, because he thinks he's now in a position to give us advice on how to land a woman like her. What?
Okay, so now that we're officially married, I guess we'll take questions from the audience. We're going to do 10 minutes of questions, then we're going to be whisked off by ABC, and then they're going to grill us. What? After we get cake. All right, any questions? Questions, comments, whatever, yeah.
RedPill Meat Head wants to know. I feel like it's over now.
Say what?
RedPill Meat Head wants to know. Why? How you...
Look at this. Look at these people. Oh my God. Look at this. Will you look at this? Who is this? Chat, y'all know who this is? Y'all know who this is? Hey, is that Big Mo? Hey, listen, my boy, he goes wherever the snacks are. All right, that's where he know they're going to be snacks at the end of this. He waiting for that shit. So he going to make sure he get his participation trophy in. All right, but yeah, and wow, look at all these guys. Hey, you guys are gonna be future married men to single mothers. But Donny, where your family members at? Where your pops at, Donny?
I feel now your life is over.
Your life is over, bro. Yeah, you know what's interesting? A lot of people ask me this entire weekend, are you excited to get married? Are you excited about the wedding? No, our relationship isn't gonna change. It's just not. What it really
Okay. You spent a long time with this woman, and she's helped build you up, okay? And you're not even excited about the day where, even if it's a private wedding, it's still a day where you can make it official. Because every day after this, every year after this year, okay, you're gonna be celebrating this date, okay? Every year that you guys are still together. So this date means something. Again, this is what I'm saying. This is why this is not going to last, y'all. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think this wedding is going to last or relationship, because I don't think Donny understands how this shit works. You're supposed to care about this. Listen, I was married too, all right? And I forgot a couple of anniversaries. And that was it. And I'm not married anymore. You got to understand. It's one thing to get in a relationship. It's another thing to understand how to manage one, okay? And this man, based off the signs I'm getting right now, does not understand that. He's right off the bat just saying, yeah, this day, getting married to her, not important. It's just every day. Okay. All right. Hey, Educated Pookie, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. Devon and Pearl look like sisters in photos. They do. She could be her grandma. I'm sorry. Who knows? She could be her mama, because I don't need. How old is Devon? Is she how old is she? She's not mid-40s like Donny claims, right? I think she's got to be 50 at least. She's got to be 50. I don't know. She seemed like grandma material. And it's not to insult her. I mean, she's clearly gorgeous, all right? And for her, level, okay? I'm not gonna compare her to what do you call it? Like I don't even know. maybe you could compare her to that. But again, like I don't know. All right, what's her name? What's that one girl's name? With PJ Washington, I forgot her name. I'm not good with names, Chad. Y'all remember who she is? All right, I was thinking about her. What's her name? With the that dated PJ Washington for a while. Chat GPT, you gotta help me out. I'm stuck on it now. Damn, that was on the tip of my tongue. Y'all know that Brittany Renner. Shout out to you above Ruby's TV for the same. Again, Brittany Renner, she ain't that. You can't compare her to Brittany Renner. I'm sorry. All right, Brittany Renner. All right, she might be older, but she's in a different league, and I'm sure Donny would kill to have her. Matter of fact, he would dump you in an instant, Devon, if Brittany Renner put that thing on him. I'm just being real with you, okay? Because, again, even though Brittany Renner's post-wall, she's still at a different level than Devon's, okay? Don't get me wrong. She's gorgeous. She's a beautiful woman, but for what she's at. Now, would I date her? No, because she's at a different level than me. She's a little bit older, more experienced, probably your speed. Maybe a little bit your speed. Is she older than you, Donny? Is that how that works? You're dating mama? But Chris Kozar, Shark for $5 super chat. He says, at least it's a better venue than his last CME. I thought he was going to hold his wedding ceremony at a Walmart parking lot. Oh, my God, bro. Chris, have faith. Have faith. I thought it was going to be at a YMCA gym. Hey yo, bro. I mean, come on, with 30, well, he had 30 people show up to the CME, so that wasn't making bread for sure. I know he wasn't making bread with that. We know for a fact he wasn't eating with 30 people showing up to his event. But you over here laughing at your own competition. See, that's why you gotta focus on you, bro. Stop worrying about other people and focus on you. Let's continue. But shout out to you, Chris Kozart. Antonio Winchung, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, "Sup, Duke? I don't get Donovan. For 7 years on YouTube, he said he don't get married, and now he's getting married. These RedPill guys are low key. He wasn't on here for 7 years. Donnie been here for 7 years? I thought he'd been here for 5. Maybe he's been writing for a couple years before he got here, but he hadn't been here for 7 years. Nah, it has not been that long since he's been here. Matter of fact, I think he's been dating Devon longer than he's been in the manosphere. That's what I'm starting to realize. Charles Index, shout out to you for $10 super chat. Says, seriously, I can't stop laughing here. Donny Boy is so ridiculously goofy and lame. Everything about him is cringy. His hairline, that crazy beard, and his weird voice. Yeah, you see, his hairline went back to normal. Y'all remember when he was on Adam Sosnick's show when he was dissing that black woman and that Colombian chick, right? Y'all remember that? And his hairline looked like it was completely different. That was a different Donny I saw over there. But now all of a sudden, look at it. Look at this. This is natural for him. It doesn't look bad with it. I mean, it's just wear your natural hairline, bro. Relax. But shout out to you. Aaron with a $5 super chat says, the reason why this was trash because they already had an expensive wedding a few days ago with Devon's family there. This was just a cover up for the real. So the real. And he still put this shit on YouTube? Oh my God, man. This guy's an idiot. Listen, at the end of the day, that the criticism is you were railing against single mothers, right? I'm talking about Donny. So you're getting married to one. Whether the wedding is public or private, he should have just kept that shit private. And then on the public side of things, still kept it a mystery. At the end of the day, they're not legally married by court order anyways, so why does it matter if they had a private wedding or if they had a public wedding, right? And that's the thing that Donny doesn't understand. The fact that he's decided, if they actually had a bigger wedding than this that was more expensive, all right, and they decided to film this shit, it's like, bro, you're not, this was corny. This was corny as fuck. Like, why didn't you film the expensive shit? That doesn't make any sense. This shit here is corny. This is real corny, my boy. Like, just being real with you, okay? Because this proves everything, all right? The fact that you, all right, been railing against these single mamas and old women and things like that, post-wall women, and then here you are marrying to a single mom post-wall in a, cheap-looking freaking conference room. It doesn't look good, right? And that's the thing I don't get, Aaron. I just don't understand it, but you're absolutely right. It says real wedding would never end up getting disposed. We can only hope, all right? We can only hope there was a real wedding, right? We'll see. We'll see. He says, now, wow, can never be me. Shout out to you, Talusu. I appreciate you. Yeah, facts. Look at this guy. How he's just dissing his wife while he's like, getting married to her. That's crazy. Running with elephant. Shout out to you for the $20 super chat. He says, imagine taking your career off taking your career off of shitting on single moms, surrounding yourself by people who shit on single moms, then marrying a single mom and then telling her on the same day, I don't need you. Hypocrisy. Facts. Nah, facts. No, this comment basically just says it all. This is exactly what I'm saying. This right here is just a combination of all the hypocritical shit this guy's been spewing on YouTube. And what's worse is he monetized off of it. And what's even worse than that is there are going to be younger men who probably aren't going to see this video, but they're going to be watching along because they got dumped by their girlfriends or some bullshit, all right? And they stumble across Womanese Course or whatever the crap Devon is selling, and then they go off of a different pathway and avoid women entirely. Or they end up the same way with Donovan, right? Ending up with the very same people you claim to hate, which is crazy to me, right? Psychology completely on display with this one. Like, you want to talk about projection? I mean, look at this shit. I mean, look at this shit. Everything you told us to avoid is right there. It's right there. Every single thing he's been telling his followers to not date, to avoid, it ends up right there, and he's doing his vows to her. That's crazy. I mean, you can't make this shit up. And this guy still expects people to take him seriously after this. My boy, if you had a private wedding, you should have kept that shit private, so at least it could have kept people guessing. And your so-called fanboys, at least they would have something to defend you against when people clown him for this exact same hypocrisy. But now this video's out here, bro, you can't deny it. You hosted a ceremony, bro. You're married to her. So what makes you relevant? Like, honestly, Donny, what makes you relevant? You know what this makes you? It makes you Hafiz. And you about to go the exact same way as Hafiz, bro. Out the fucking red pill. Your career is donezo. And I don't think he understands that, bro. All right, think about it. We were all clowning Hafiz. The whole red, including him. He joined up on it. All right, they were all clowning Hafiz the moment he got married. What do you think's gonna happen to you, Donny? I don't think you realize how damaging this shit really is.
What it comes down to is our love for each other is 1000% conditional. That's the way it has to be. You don't deserve love just because you think you do. You gotta work for it, you know what I mean?
This guy.
The reason she loves me is because of what I bring to the table, and I love her because of what she brings to the table. If I cease to bring to the table what I bring to the table, she's got to go, and vice versa. So I love Devon to the moon and back. I really do. And you know, I mean, we like to talk like, hey, maybe this will work, maybe this won't. I have a pretty good feeling about this. I think we've done the work necessary to cultivate a good relationship. But the reason why I decided to do this today, Pearl, you actually asked me this, is because she deserves it. You guys who have followed me for years and years, you guys know she's been there from the start. She built the website. She runs all of my back-end stuff. And as uncomfortable as she is on camera, she does it anyway. Trust me, John, she does not want to be on camera today, but she's going to do it anyway. So I'm very, very...
Why you sound like you out of breath, bro? The aisle wasn't even that long. That's like a 10-foot aisle to the fucking TV set. Why are you breathing so hard, bro? Are you this out of shape, my nigga? God damn, bro. You can literally, he's struggling to get it all out there.
Appreciative of you. You make me look good, even when I don't look good sometimes.
Now we know.
And that's really, to me, that's what love is all about. And I want you guys to understand that unconditional love is not for men and women. It's for children and pets, okay? There must be conditions to your love. And this is both men and women. You can't love a man who's not good for you, and guys, you can't love a woman who's not good for you. You don't.
Whoa! Yo, the balls on this guy. Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Donny, she's the woman you've been telling us to stay away from. That's the danger. All the dangers about single moms y'all been spewing. All of a sudden, bro, what the? Nah, you not about to turn around and lecture us after we just saw you just, basically tie the knot over here. What are we doing? Oh, this guy thinks we're stupid. Yeah, the educated Pookie, shout out to you, says, nah, Duke, Donovan's hairline was erased. Look at his page and look at the thumbnails. He got the O'Shea Duke Jackson Baldy now. Hey, they're arch nemesis right now, bro. If you want to talk about the O'Shea Duke Jackson versus Donny Boy, bro. They are arch nemesis, right? And then also, what's it? Sus Marquand. We got that video coming out. It's going to be dropping soon. I got to edit it and all that stuff like that. But, hey, it's just funny as fuck, man.
You don't deserve anything. You have to work for what you get. And just like Dev said, guys, success is never owned. You never own success, okay? It is leased, it is rented, and, the rent is due every day. And if you don't pay the rent, every day, you get evicted. And so that's why we're here.
Speaking of paying the rent, who's hiring? Who hires your clothes, dog? Why does it feel like you just pulled it out of a packet and unfolded it and just put it on? It still has the pre-packaged folds on it. I can see the lineup on your shirt, bro. Who ironed your shit? Apparently, Devon's not doing her job, bro. I see. That don't seem very traditional, because traditional women are supposed to be doing the laundry and the ironing and the cooking, right? So, what's happening here, dog? What are you talking about?
All right, is that it? Hoppy, what you got?
I just want to say I'm not anything married, man, but I would do it like that. I was out with lost as fuck.
Oh, that's what I'm about. An alpha male wedding, bro. Anybody else? Questions, comments? Yo, Big Mo.
When you first said, you know what, she deserves this. How long into it was it?
About 15 minutes. 15 minutes ago. No,
Like 15 minutes in, like when y'all said, when y'all was like, all right, Jonathan and Devon be together.
Yeah.
And now you're like, you know what? This wedding, she deserves it. How long into it?
Yeah, I think it was about maybe 6 or 7 months ago. Because people ask a lot of questions about our relationship. Why don't you get married and this and that and the third? And it's obvious, right? We just didn't want to get Steve involved. But believe it or not, the one great idea that came from he who must not be named was the notion of a private marriage. And so, as much as I want to kick the guy's teeth in, I gotta give him props for this, because he is one of the main reasons why I'm here now, for better or worse. But it took a while. Yeah.
When I first was coming down to meet you a couple years ago to do your suits, you see me the first one. I don't know. I'm like, Donovan Sharp. I might be going down. You might have a couple women around. You know,
Right.
Anything's a possibility. But when I went in and I interacted with you, it was like much more than a hello. And I was like, I know that thing.
Thank you.
Much respect.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And by the way, Aaron Houch, Taylor Carnivore on Instagram. This guy designed all of my suits. He made my pants. You know, all these custom shirts. I've never had clothes with my name on it. But that's actually
What? Wait, talking about. Even I have clothes with my name stitched on. I got my last name stitched on my suits. Bro, you don't even have that? I'm not a millionaire, and y'all claim to be millionaires. You don't even have a clothes that's custom, that has your name stitched on it. It seems like a basic thing. You don't even have to be rich to do that. There are people who can get a tailor right now that could do that. And you're telling me you just not experienced that? Like, so were you ever high value? Like what that is just a strange thing to say. I've never had custom shirts before. Like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Like, damn. I guess damn.
look pretty cool. It's kind of sort of yes. But I appreciate it. Anybody else? All right, let's see.
Well, I got
Wait a
it.
minute.
Sorry, I'm just holding the camera right now. All right, first off, congratulations to you both.
Thanks, sir.
I've known you since episode 2. It's crazy that I'm at your wedding now, but
Right.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, huh? I've been following you since the 2nd episode, and here I am holding this camera, filming you getting married to the same type of woman you told us to stay away from for years. Ain't that shit crazy? Hey, are any of these Donovan filled tards? Are they processing this kind of question through their minds right now? Like, honestly, like, are you thinking about this? Like, hey, I used to follow you, and then wow, here you are, all cozied up to her, and it took some lying and deny. She had to deny that her actual biological daughter was her niece just to please this man's online presence. That's crazy. But here I am, just taking this photo of you two together. I mean, y'all cute. Definitely. I mean, look at the smile on his face. There is definitely no unconditional love here.
obviously my girlfriend Marilyn's here. Devon, what advice would you give? One piece of advice that you would give this young lady right here.
No.
Bruh, you're asking Devon to give your girlfriend advice. Do you think that's a good idea? I'm just asking for a friend. Do you honestly think that's good? I mean, she'd be the last person I'd be asking for any kind of relationship advice from, because look at the best she could end up with. Him. Wait, is the guy holding the camera like Donny? Is he a loser too? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not taking advice from you. He don't look high value to me. The fuck, we got this high value venue and shit. You can't even afford a real wedding. Is this what you got me in? You can't even wear a nice suit. What's wrong with you? What the the matter with you? Like, come on, I wouldn't take advice from her. Look at the best she was able to do. The fuck, nah. Dude, you are crazy having her give advice. But let's see what Devon has to say about this. Let's go.
Be very familiar where your lines are, because when you start sweating the small stuff, the big stuff actually will blow up in your face. Where you just learn to let the small stuff go and accept it and build on it, not try to change it and
Like you have to something.
yeah, you just learn to live. There's something you gotta learn to accept, learn to live with.
Wait, talking about, don't the small stuff eventually become the big stuff? I mean, after all, if they can't handle dealing with the little things, don't you think that it can spin off to be a bigger problem? I mean, people can only tolerate for so long. So what you mean? This is not sounding good. I don't like where this is going, chat. This is not giving me confidence in their dynamic right now. What's going on?
And focus on the good things that you are getting from it. And it's really important that, one thing I learned is that you need to talk to yourself in the mirror like you're a friend. But a lot of times we don't talk to our loved ones or our spouses like they're our friends as well. And I know that it's cliche to say treat, oh, I'm marrying my best friend and all this stuff. But the truth is that if you don't treat each other with respect, always, and that's why I said even in your thoughts, it will bleed through in your actions and your words, and it will start to deteriorate the relationship from the inside out. So if you have issues, meet them head on. Don't let shit fester.
That's dumb. You just contradicted yourself. You said ignore the little stuff, all right? And then now you're saying, well, you got to meet it head on. Wait, tell me, which one is it? Because I agree with the last part. You want to hit that stuff on because the little stuff becomes the big stuff. Do you even know what the fuck you're talking about? Wait, time out. It seems like she's talking about both sides of her mouth here. Let me listen to this one more time. Hold up.
Learn to let the small stuff go and accept it and build on it, not try to change it and
Like you have to something.
Okay, I wasn't joking. She did say that. Let the small stuff go. Okay.
you just learn to live. There's something you gotta learn to accept, learn to live with, and focus on the good things that you are getting from it. And it's really
so she just basically said, if you got the small annoying stuff that your partner's doing, all right, just ignore it. Okay, just focus on the positives. Okay, and I'm sure it won't fester in the background.
that one thing I learned is that you need to talk to yourself in the mirror like you're a friend.
Yeah, just ignore your problems and instead of talking to your partner and communicating with them, just talk to yourself in the mirror.
Sometimes we don't talk to our loved ones or our spouses like they're our friends as well. And I know that it's cliche to say treat, oh, I'm marrying my best friend and all this stuff, but the truth is that if you don't treat each other with respect, always, and that's why I said even in your thoughts, it will bleed through in your actions and your words, and it will start to deteriorate the relationship.
I agree. I agree. So don't you think that you talking about them taking care of the little things, right? At least you can communicate with that so they can work on it and be better, so you can build a better relationship. Because if you don't tell them to work on it, those little things become big things because they're not working on themselves, okay? They're not trying to make the relationship work. They're still letting the little annoying things grow. And those are things that are going to give you the migraine that you're talking about right now.
From the inside out. So if you have issues, meet them head on. Don't let shit fester. Excuse me.
She's so stupid. Okay, ladies, I'm sorry. Don't listen to her. I don't think she understands where she's at right now. Devon, hey, Devon, you're at a wedding, honey. Can somebody let mama know where she at? Hey, mama, hey, you at a wedding right now, okay? You're getting married to this guy. You got to pay attention to what you're saying.
Don't let things fester, and just don't be afraid to say, hey, this bothers me, and but do it in a way that's respectfully timed.
He said bro coughing with the camera.
Yeah.
You brought concerns to my attention, and you don't always have the best timing, but
But you got to do it in a loving way. Like, hey, this is a concern of mine, not, hey, you did this wrong.
I don't do that. I don't do that. Perfect. Appreciate that. Let's have a little bit of fun. Tell the people things that you don't like about me, like my idiosyncrasies.
You're impulsive. And so it's kind of like decide now, figure it out later, which a lot of the things that I have to figure out later, let's be honest, because there's a technical aspect to a lot of these decisions.
Yes, there is.
So while he's thinking on the front end benefits and things, I'm thinking in the background, like, okay,
How's it gonna work?
how am I going to put these products together to sell the ticket with the product to make this happen and, push the notifications to the app? What service do we?
Oh, so she out here doing all your little apps and stuff, huh? She the one running all that shit in the background. So what the fuck is it do you actually do, Donny? You out here just making it seem like you don't need her. But honestly, it seems like she don't need you. She is the way she's talking. She sounds like she's talented, bro. She's acting. Whoa. She's out here doing all the. She's managing the ticket sales and the venues and stuff like that. You just out here talking shit on the internet, and you have the balls to come up here and tell her, yeah, listen, I was happy without you. Okay, so this wedding, it's irrelevant to me. Okay, I'm here because I'm a high value man, and I was happy without you and successful, and I'd be successful without. Nah, that's cap. That's cap, bro. Now you could bro. That's cap. She seems very talented, bro. If she's running a lot of the back end stuff, and all you do is just talk on camera, honestly, I think you should give her a little bit more respect than you're letting on, Donny. I know maybe you're doing it for show, maybe behind the scenes y'all are all booed up, but listen. It's not looking good because we know you ain't got no talent. You break relationships with everybody you meet, bro. You can't. Your business acumen is shit. Okay, so we know that. We know it's been Devon. She's the backbone. But just looking at the way you treating her, this is crazy, bro. But wow, she's talented.
We need for this, and how do we stop this bot attack from this? And we lost this processor. So there's always
how to stop a bot attack. Wow, bro. While you sit here crying about Anthony Johnson, here's the real person who's the backbone of the whole operation right here. All right. Why you over here crying to Anthony Johnson? Hey, he's sending bots for our payment processors. We got a real woman over here getting to work. She said, let me roll up my sleeve. Let's do this. That's crazy, bro. And you treat her like this? I mean, she deserves it because she denies her own daughter. But still, it's just like, damn, bruh. Is she, bruh?
Going on related to business. Yep. And I love that because I'm good handling things in the background. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I don't want to be, and that's just always been the way that I am. It's not that because
this is shocking.
This is girlfriend. And
I'm absolutely shocked.
Even when I was working in the restaurant industry, I was working in the kitchen because I don't want to deal with people. But yeah, so I think the things that annoy me about you are things that I can handle. Whereas, the things that I think, I don't know, like I would say impulsiveness and shoot first, ask questions later. Because sometimes you're not always right. But,
this is not a good sign, bro. Man, so you're real impulsive. You're just out here just making decisions and doing things. It's almost like you're a child. It's almost like you're a child and this is mama. I don't know. I'm getting those vibes right now, chat.
Sometimes. But it's funny to me because I'll be like, oh, yeah. So but together as a team, we're not here to prove each other wrong. We're going to reinforce each other and both each other.
What?
Yeah.
So I leave.
Cabin
doors open. Refrigerator doors.
Never lock the car.
Nope. No, I never do. I leave doors open. The garage door.
All night long.
Yeah, all night long. Yeah. In Philly? Yeah. Well, we live in
Bruh, she gotta close the refrigerator door after you. Are you that? What is going on?
I would say
that he leaves a trail everywhere he goes.
Yeah, socks and
to say that the hotel room was a mess is.
You a dirty Donny, huh? So you're literally a child. That she's taking care of a child. So look how you out here smiling. Hey, Donny got that smile like he just got in trouble, but he know what he did. It's like, Donny, Donovan Sharp, get your ass to your room right now. He got that smile like, oh shit, oh my god. Look at that. Like you were a child, bro. You married mama. Oh my God, bro. You married your mama. Oh, hey, these women weren't lying, dog. Hey, some of y'all niggas do be looking for your mom. I knew you had mommy issues. I knew you had mommy issues, bro. You bro, who wants to deal with this mess? You get home and you just throwing your shit all over the place. You can't even clean up after yourself. What is this? What are we? Wow, you married your mama. Congratulations. This is the wow. Hey, yo. We about to finish this in just a second here, but damn, bro. Am I wrong, chat? This is making too much sense. Look how he's smiling. Yeah, she got it. I take off my underwear and just leave it on the floor. She be picking it up. Hey, hold the fucking French toast door. Time out. Is this what y'all incels secretly want? Is this why y'all want women to desperately stay at home so y'all could just do what he's doing right here because he can't clean up after himself, huh? So nobody taught y'all to clean your own room, bro? Really? This is pathetic, bro.
I'm listening now. You know, it's 5 minutes, but yeah.
Really?
Wow.
I should be in there for like an hour. It was ugly in there. Also, I'm very cool-headed, right?
Nah.
Whatever you say, babe.
How do you handle my temper?
Just breathe. You know, like, honestly.
Ooh, hey, yo. How do you handle that temper? I just breathe. What, do you stop breathing, nigga? Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Very reactionary personality. So,
Really good.
you know, like my hey, that's who he is. That's how he's. I chose him.
yeah.
This is the person I chose. Now,
Yeah. It's starting to sound real, huh? The more it sinks in, the more you start to realize, yeah, I chose this, y'all. What the woo? I chose this. Yeah, that's all me. yeah, I chose this one. I clean up the boxes with the skid marks and everything. Yeah, I chose him though.
there are things I don't like about him. That you know, like so. I'm not out to change him, correct him, do anything like that. He's gonna do what he does, and in the meantime, you know, I'll be patient. I'll listen, and I can listen through the anger. I don't. See, I grew up with a yeller.
That's
My dad
a
was a yeller. So yeah, you know, being able to understand what they're trying to say without the emotion and responding to what the actual message is. What are they upset about? And I'm a fixer. I like to go and say, okay, that's an issue. Here's some solutions, rather than be like, what?
Nah, you married your mama. So while you over here throwing tantrums, she's got to be the one who's level-headed. All that shit you were talking about women being the emotional ones. It turned out this whole time it was you. It was you this whole time. Yo, the revelation I'm getting from this video alone is astonishing. We're gonna put a little bit more.
Well, yeah, I don't respond to the reaction. I respond to the source.
Yo, he's a child. He's a fucking child.
I know better just
my
keep your mouth shut, go in the other room, let him do what he needs to do. He'll figure it out. Because a lot of times I have to remind myself that he doesn't need me. And that is key, is knowing when to just stay the hell out of it.
You sound brainwashed, honey. What you mean? You're the one who has to leave the room while he's over here throwing a tantrum. What you mean? Whoa.
Work through it. And, you know, we'll replace the desk. We'll replace the TVs. We'll replace all of the things that get broken.
Replace the TVs, desk. So you out here, you literally throwing a tantrum. You out here breaking TV. I'm going to have a heart attack at yo, bro. I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit, bro. What? She got to replace the TVs and the tables and shit. What are you doing, Donovan, you child?
You know?
Look at him. He's smiling like this shit's okay. So you just casually displaying violence at home. It's just, ain't that cute? Look at this loser.
We've been like 5 deaths at this point. But, you know, I mean.
Dude, bar stools, walls, all kinds of crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You need to work on your temper, dog. Like, what the fuck?
You know,
Other than that, I'm a nice guy, guys.
but, you know, like, he's never laid hands on me. I've never felt threatened, you know? Like, so I understand that people can have emotions without me taking them personally. And I think that's really important. I think that also takes a level of maturity to understand that, you know, women are one way, men are another way.
Right.
You either accept it or you go the other way.
All right, very good. Pearl, you were front.
How many girlfriends did you have to cut off to make the relationship work? Were there any?
Oh, yes, there were.
Yeah, quite a few. And honestly,
Nah. What's good, Grover? Let me put you on mute real quick. No, you can't tell me this dude had multiple girlfriends he had to fight off before he met you, Devon. I'm gonna just be real. You seem like more of a last resort because he doesn't seem like he's all that into you, even after all the shit that you're doing for him, which doesn't make any sense to me. M. Dot, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Says this whole ceremony proves Anthony Johnson was right. It's just PR for Abba and Preach exposing him. He's probably been married for a while. I'm thinking, know what? I'm thinking you're right. This is just the, say, haha, in your face, we did it. But I don't get it because at the cost of his own CME event, why? Just why? I want to skip ahead a little bit more.
Yeah, one thing that a lot of people, and we'll probably talk about this later in the interview, John, a lot of people kind of scoff at the idea, oh, you trained your woman, and da-da-da. Yes, I trained her, John, and I will say that on camera. And when people scoff at that, they say, well, she's not a pet. I'm sorry. What do companies do when they hire new employees? They train people, right? So you need to tell me, as a woman, you don't want a man to train you, but you're willing to go to another location. You're going to let another man tell you how to dress, when to show up, when to leave, when to take a piss, when to go to lunch, when to come back from lunch, but you can't do that for your man, right? Like, that's oppressive, that's toxic, and that's abusive, and that's...
Well, so you can't clean up your own clothes? You can't pick up after yourself? What? What am I hearing? You can't cook? Wow. So you are just a complete dependent. You need a mama. That's what it seems like, right? So you got to train your wife to be a mother. That's what you're telling us right now. I can't believe my great value ears.
Controlling? No. If a woman's on your program, then she can stick around. If she's not, she's literally fucking gone. That's the mindset.
No!
And I'll be honest with you guys, man. I know a lot of guys think that I talk tough and this and that and the other. Make no question about it.
Yeah.
I love Devon to the moon and back. If we were ever to part ways for whatever reason, I would be devastated and I would be heartbroken, but I would be okay. And she knows I would be okay. It doesn't give me any pleasure to say that. It doesn't make me sad to say it. That's the way it is. That's the way it's always going to be.
Who talks like this on their wedding day?
I think because she knows that I'd be good with or without her, I think that builds attraction. Women don't want a man whose happiness depends on her. Devon makes me happy, but she's not the source of my happiness. And that is the most important thing. If you're a man watching this, do not rely on a woman to make you happy. She will let you down every time.
Hey, yo, Grover. Hey, shout out to THPB. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, subscribe to his channel right now, all right? This man is literally the OG of the OG. So let's go ahead and drop them respects right now. Look at them W in the chat. But can you help me out with this? I'm so confused. What is he saying?
A whole bunch of gibberish. He's this is I was watching this with you, and I was actually at a loss for words for a while. I mean, I'm literally married, and if I was up there talking like that, man, I got one of the most mellow, laid back wives that you could have, and I wouldn't be married anymore, man.
I'm telling you that again. I don't think these guys understand. The red pill is gonna keep you single. This guy is married, and look at how he's talking to his wife right now.
Yeah. And those are the things that when you talk about red pill. And those are the things that instantly come to mind. You're like, how are these fools acting? And how outdated does he even sound with some of his rhetoric? And then you can't even live up to the rhetoric you're spilling. And that's the problem when you have a philosophy that that evolves when you're 25 years old.
Absolutely.
And then you over here 45 years old.
He's never grown out of it.
It's bad. Like if I was acting like a 25-year-old, you wouldn't talk to me.
Even what
oh, man, what are you doing? Right?
You're absolutely right. Even what he just said earlier, right? We see guys' relationship is like building attraction. So I have to like not literally care about her, like almost like how you play when you're younger, you like her, but you want to be too forward with her, and let her know your full intentions. You're married. He's married. He's playing high school games while he's married. They can just imagine this. Like you're talking about, we got to keep attraction built, all right? And the best way to do that is to, not give a shit about her. I mean, come on, that's the best way. Being an asshole, guys, is the best way to do it, all right? You can have a healthy marriage if you're just an asshole to your wife. That's crazy.
Duke, I want to give all of the young men in the chat a news flash. By the time you get 50, you're not building any more damn attraction.
It's over.
So what you do is you build yourself you bring yourself as a respectable human being,
Absolutely.
as somebody who has their life under control, somebody who's a fully functional man, and then just perhaps, she'll be attracted. Because I mean, like one of the things that me and my wife always talked about was that, her whole family respects me as a good man. And my wife's not from the country, and she's from a very traditional family. So like a lot of so the stuff like staying home, she's with that. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay home because I'll do it like my grandma did. I'll be happy to spend time with my nieces and nephews and have the food ready for you. But man, this is on you. You got your job to do. I got my job to do. She wouldn't be running my entire back end, and I come on and just drop some dirty drawers on the floor.
That's crazy. I know. That's what I'm saying. Yo. So what exactly are you doing, Donny? Because she's running your back end, and back end is usually the backbone of everything. That's right. What you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be the backbone. You mean she's the backbone, and all you do is come home and leave your dirty drawers in the fridge open? Oh no! So I mean, who's winning here?
Right.
Last question. Yeah.
That's one of those ridiculous things. And let's first of all, I want to say this. The reason why I've had a successful relationship is because Duke, you know me. You've never heard me say nothing negative about my wife. And my wife don't talk negative about me. I don't play none of that stuff. I'm old school. My grandfather told me when you have a problem in your house, you go to your house and solve it. You don't say it nowhere else. I wouldn't be out there saying, hey, well, I can live without her, this and that. I said, nah,
That's
I'm better with her.
insane.
She's better with me. Let's be together. Now, look, I do live by these principles. If you are acting in a way that I can't abide by, then I don't want to tell you what to do. I have to remove myself. But you're supposed to go through that way before you get married, and that's not even supposed to be.
It seems like they're just going through that right now. It's like they've probably what I suspect is Devon has probably been walking on eggshells because this dude already admitted he has a temper, breaking tables and punching walls and shit. So he's already just admitted that. So I think for a long time, at least majority of the relationship, she's probably haven't had the chance to really confront them head on the way she wants to. Because I mean, look at how he's just getting away with saying what he's saying. I mean, the lack of respect on your wedding day. That's insane to me, bro.
Man, I don't even raise like certain things. Like I'm a big dude. I'm a martial artist. I boxed. I fought professionally. I've traveled. I don't even get upset around like family members because that should be frightening. You know what I mean? So like, it would be shocking if I threw something against the wall. First of all, I mean, my mom is still alive. I got a black mom. She would call me and say, "What's wrong with you, boy?" I raised you better than that. My dad would come back and say, "What's wrong with you?" Just because you're supposed to be in control of yourself. And this is the thing that gets me about, because I know this. I already know. I've been around for a long time. I know this is the no pill popper zone.
Yeah,
like, I know how y'all get down, and I still see the OGs in the chat. I see Gary Smith in the chat. I see Vega. You still got the same people when I first came up here years ago.
Yeah.
So I know how you guys get down. You have a very solid foundation with you, and that's commendable, and I salute to them. But that's the thing.
Shout out to y'all.
How are you supposed to be stoic and in control of your emotions, but this is out there? Like
can't be me though. Oh, who's that? Who said that? Who's that? Talusu? Yeah, well, not wow can never be me.
Yeah. So,
let's play a little bit more of this shit show. Look at this guy. I mean, what is he? What is he looking like though? He reminds me of 2 Chainz, but he's got the pearls. He got a pearl and a chain over here. Call him 2 pearls. Nah, pearls right back there. Look at this dude with the hat.
How big is that hat though, man?
I don't even know.
Oh,
My dude came in the Sunday best.
Lifetime of bad habits. I mean, I was like the
Kind of
girl that was like, the only girl in the band, the only girl in the kitchen. And I was putting myself in situations that I felt more comfortable around guys. So like, I didn't.
You don't think this is another situation? Really?
A lot of the behavior that I've developed over the years, these guys aren't your friends. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
trying to smash.
attention from them is not, it's not a reward. It's kind of like, if anything, I didn't realize how inappropriate a lot of like my jokes and my behavior was. I just thought it was normal because that's how I related to my peers. However, even once, my first marriage, I maintained that behavior. I did not treat my relationship with respect. I treated it as a bonus. Like, oh yeah, I behave like this and I'm married kind of thing. The biggest factor, I think, was, and today will be my 1,000 days alcohol free, was not drinking alcohol. And it just happens to be today. But that was the source of a lot of this, acting out behavior. And I would act like I didn't do anything wrong all the time. What are you talking about? I didn't, Oh yeah, and it wasn't until I could really analyze my behavior, why I was doing it, what I was doing, why it was disrespectful. How a feminine woman actually behaves. She's still she's still, makes friends, makes her man look good. All of these things are still, there. That I finally looked myself in the mirror and said, okay, I understand what I was doing wrong, why it was, either disrespectful or just obnoxious. Let's be honest. And I've learned to just, put his feelings a lot before my own and kind of see my own behavior through his eyes. And even with me now, like where I was just with my family, I'm saying if Alex is here, how would he respond to how I'm speaking to this person? How my close proximity to this person, this family, is it okay to touch this? Give this person, that kind of thing. But now I behave in a way that I'm representing him well, whether he's there or not.
Oh my God, this dude is trained to her. She can't even. So when she's out and about, she got to be like, "Oh, am I standing at the right distance to this stranger? I don't want to make it. What would Donny think? What would my dear Donny think? Wow, this sounds like somebody who got Stockholm syndrome. That's what it sounds like. Hey, Devon, blink twice if you're okay. Go on, bro. Like this is crazy. Like you hear this woman? Yeah, I mean, every time I go to functions, I just got to remember what would Donny say.
We're gonna,
Like,
we're gonna have to send rescue after her sooner or later.
That's crazy. Like, who honestly wants to? What is that? What's that training? Grover, that one where they talk about training dogs, right? I did an Andrew Tate podcast or show where I talked about how Andrew Tate and that Iggy guy used like these training methods, like how they would train dogs. What did he call that? It's something with a P, right? Well, hey, ChatGPT, help us out. Dude, what is that thing that they do? What is it called for dog training? A lady, shout out to you, girl. I appreciate you. The Pavlov method.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he's been implementing on her. I mean, and think about it, with the tantrum, it makes so much sense now, right? Because then if she doesn't act right, he throws a tantrum, right? Breaks the walls or probably breaks the TV or some shit like that, and probably makes her upset. And then she goes off and then tries to ponder what she did wrong. And then she has to, I mean, I just sense abuse. This is what I'm sensing, but maybe I'm overly judgmental. Maybe
Duke, I want to say something about what she just said, like about representing herself. None of that should ever be forced. Like, I'm conscious of, well, first of all, I'm 6'2" and I'm 270 pounds. And
he's a big guy too, ain't he?
Yeah.
Like, out here throwing your weight around like that, that's crazy.
I'm always worried about standing too close to people just because proximity. And so, but that's also like, the thing is that a lot of things she's saying, that's something that should come naturally. Like, yeah, I want to purport myself like a lady, not representing him, representing my family I came from, because my family needs to, I'm a representative of them when they put forward. We were all trained like that coming up. I know you were trained like that coming up, that when you're out, you don't act crazy in public.
Oh, yeah, my dad was in the Air Force.
Act like hey, man, my dad was 82nd Airborne, man. So like it's just 100%. But the problem is that what she's saying, it's so transparent that it's fake and forced.
Thank you.
It's like, oh, this is what I need to say to keep this happy, because who knows what he gonna break when we get home, and I gotta work on the back end after all of this. And
she'll end up alone with her daughter and whatnot. It's almost like she probably has a lot of insecurities, bro. That's what I'm starting to probably realize. Maybe that's what is the underlying backbone, because she's talented, right? And she could probably, I'm just be real, I think genuinely, if there's anyone out of these two people that can do better, it's probably Devon. Right, she definitely doesn't need this guy. If she's sorting out his bots, that what do you call it, the bots that spam the payment process, right? If she's taking care of all of that, all right, she's taking care of the ticket sales and all the backbone, and all he does is come online, bitch and whine about how Devon, he can leave her at any time, all right, and then just in the behind the scenes, just scatters his underwear all over the place. You got to clean up after him.
Hey.
What exactly does he bring to the table?
That scattering the underwear, though, that throwing the drawers around, that's I gotta say this. Your chat is hilarious, dude. I'm sitting here looking at it, laughing. I forgot how hard it is to concentrate. If y'all start going in on me, I'm gonna take my.
I love chat. Chat be on their own timeline. I have the best chat in the world. Shout out to you.
Man, for sure. What's really funny though is, and I brought this up to you before, and I don't know if this is a good time, but like the delusional mindset of a man who's 50 years old telling men, hey, don't date a single mom. Let me tell you something about being 50. It ain't only single moms out there by the time you 50 if you still dating.
Mm-hmm.
And so like let's keep it a buck. First of all, when I was like right before I met my wife, I was dating somebody a lot younger than me, which made me look for somebody older, because I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing dating someone like in like 30 years old when I'm 40? Yeah. It's like, it just sounds good. It just looks good, but it's like looking at a great meal that's prepared. It's just not good to you. It's like something that you used to love to eat when you were a kid that you can't eat anymore.
It's almost like you could tell it's like a vanity thing, right? Say, hey, look, I got this real hot young thing over here, and I'm an old guy, right? So it's like they're flexing with it, and I think that's what he thinks he's doing right now. And I think instead of the age thing, he's flexing the fact that he's trained her to whatever. To say this crap.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, it's the leadership and all of that. If she really admires you, that should be natural. You should kind of like throw stuff around her. So you should just be able to be like, listen, this is, my wisdom has earned this position in our relationship that you actually trust me. You know, and trust me, there's stuff that like if I'm not up on it, like if you're married to an engineer and let's say you're a lawyer and you're married to an engineer, if something comes up about engineering, you better shut up and let her do it because you know that's not your expertise. People have to not act like they know everything and have such hubris about them. And I understand having hubris when you're 25, but if you're 45 like that, then you're kind of shit out of luck.
How old is he? Isn't he like 50?
We're the same
If
age.
he
We're in our. I think Donovan Sharp is a year or two younger than me, and I'm 50.
no, and he acted like this. No. So that means Devon has to be older than him. She has to be older than him, bro.
I don't know, man. I try not to date people because I lived in a few countries and like I mean I didn't see people look super young, people look super old. It depends on what they went through. I don't know what kind of life Devon had, you know.
That's
She definitely don't look like she's been drinking a lot of water and getting a lot of rest.
Yeah, I mean, she looked like she's stressed, but I mean, she looks happy though. It's the day of her wedding. Why not? It's just you're married to this guy. I mean, I guess. I mean, what else do you say to that?
And I think that's really important. Now, it's
Oh,
you
no,
know, you guys, I've been in
super bad. I came.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So I've heard every episode. I've interacted with many of you in the chat, things like that. And there's a way that I've developed that I can relate and I can communicate and still be appropriate, still represent him well. And that's something that it was very hard to learn. And that's what he says when he says train. That's what he's talking about. Is women are taught that they can do no wrong, and we can behave as much as we can do whatever we want. And the truth is that men are the victims of that behavior. The men who care about these women are victims of that behavior. And when these men try to correct that behavior, they're called misogynistic, they're called controlling, they're called insecure, all of these things. But if you ask anyone older, hey, they saw this on a TV show, they'd be like, ooh, that was disrespectful.
Right.
But, in day-to-day life, these women don't see that. They think that it's okay to continue to behave that way. And it's my hope to show that, showing respect and submission, so to speak, it's a superpower.
Yes, it is.
Because not only do you have what you want out of a situation working for you, you've got him, leading the charge. So
leading the charge. The only thing he's leading is dropping his drawers on the floor, and you got to pick it up. What do you mean? He ain't leading shit. You got to do all the shit. When Anthony Johnson, quote unquote, is sending those bots to go ahead and DDoS your payment processors, which is crazy. You're the one who handles it. He just sits there and throws a tantrum and blames other people. I don't see him taking charge over anything. What are we talking about?
Well, he doesn't have the technical skill, man.
He doesn't have any technical skills. She doesn't need this guy.
We're both on the same page, and you're going forward, and you know how to treat one another. I think is most important. Younger women today.
Talking not to ask, woman.
Women, my age, they just don't know how to act. And if you talk to them about that, hey, I was talking to this person, he made a joke, I touched his arm. My boyfriend got upset. We had to leave. Oh my God, why? Well, the reason why we had to leave is because if we didn't, I would have completely forgotten about it and would have done it again and again and again and again.
So what she's talking about is this was early on in the relationship. We're at bowling league, and we won that league, by the way. We're at bowling league. Devon had a feeler, right? And we were all just kind of joking around, and Devon hits him on the arm, right? I said, grab your shit, we're leaving now. It was a one-sided.
Oh no! Oh no!
Zero. Those are the kinds of behaviors and mentalities that are being legislated out of men. And this is why asshole game works. Unfortunately, men, we have to be looked at as assholes. But asshole behavior is just a man standing his ground, man. Standing 10 toes down on your boundary standards and expectations. And like I said, and it's interesting, we're getting more pushback now from men than we are from women. So to all those guys, I say, go fuck yourself, man. Like seriously, like because what it really comes down to, man, is you're afraid, dude. And I know why you're afraid.
We're afraid. What the fuck, yo? Who are you talking to, my guy?
Man,
what is this guy saying? Asshole game? I didn't know there was such thing called asshole game. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's ass.
And Stephanie Shanti, 70 cents. It says, Lay said, I sent you the video by email. What video? I'm gonna pull it up. But whoa, asshole game. See, this is what
you gotta keep reinventing yourself, bro. Because you gotta sell. You gotta sell. You gotta get people interested.
So he was telling a scenario about so they were at a bowling league, okay, and then she smacks another dude's arm playfully, And he ended it right then and there. All right, we gotta go. Bitch, did you touch his arm? You we be sitting right here? How dare you? Get your bag. Let's go. It's like, yo, that's not that serious, my boy. If anything, you look like a jump. It was a slap. It don't mean nothing. Get your bag. Let's go.
He probably grabbed that elbow super hard. If you don't get your
yo, this
that fool
dude
was
is
probably super angry.
Yo,
you know, had that vein popping out in the middle of his big forehead.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's crazy, bro. Hey, that's I don't okay. Because if I say it's insecure, the incels are gonna say, "Oh, see, this is part of what society does to shame men." They just call us incels for standing up for ourselves. I'm sorry, bro, but if my girl did that to another dude and smacks his arm like that, I'm not gonna instantly end the show and walk home because I'm not a mind reader. I can't interpret what that means. Okay, like literally, it's not that I'm stupid. It's just that could be anything. First things I'm a touchy guy. Bro, I'm a touchy guy. That's just what it is. So if I go ahead and touch another woman, right, touch her on the shoulder, right, just lightly, because I like to do that. And she takes it like that. That's crazy. I wouldn't even want to be with a woman who just gets instantly jealous off of crazy things like that, because it means that there's no stability there. Because that's not gonna bother me. You're slapping somebody's arm playfully. It's not you're hugging up on them and doing any overt acts that could be disrespectful. That's not disrespectful. My boy threw a tantrum. That's insane. Yeah. That's insane. You know what? That's proof of what we were just talking about. How if she doesn't do what he wants, he just throws a tantrum. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go right now. You touched his arm. I saw you lightly brushed it. That means you like him. We gotta train that shit out of you. All right, come on. No treats for you tonight. I'll make sure of that. That's crazy, bro. Like,
you know the truth. But you know the truth. You know that didn't happen like that.
I don't even know. I don't even look at how she looking at him. I can't be sure anymore. I don't know.
She looking at him like, "What, man? Why are you up there lying to all these good people? It's supposed to be our wedding day." You know what did happen? Like, you know, he probably said, "You know, when you do that, it really makes me feel right here inside." Because the truth is that if that was going on and if that was a constant behavior, then why would you be with her?
Fact.
At you, right?
So he's
so like, a lot of times, like I'm gonna tell you, I see a lot of these folks as people playing games of things that they heard before. But when you have like I always told people when they said, "Oh, what do you think about this pill stuff?" I said, "Well, it kind of sounds like a knockoff of what my dad was teaching me when I was young." But I had constant guidance and over again, so I really didn't. I was able to discern things that I didn't really, have to take it so seriously and it's so hard. So to heart, but if you don't have that, I think people take it 100% to heart, and that's probably the dangers of it, especially when someone only has the idea of extracting money from you in mind. So
you're absolutely right. It's just making so much sense, man. Like again, this is why women who end up with conservative guys like this, or who claim they're conservative or traditional, right? They end up becoming liberal real freaking quick. Okay, and you know what? I just realized. Congratulations to Donny, because after he just got done explaining how worried he is about Devon's sexuality, we just witnessed a man attempting to turn a hoe into a housewife right in front of our faces. like that's what we're watching right now. This nigga literally just turned a hoe into a housewife, and now we got to see how long this one lasts. This is insane.
But you can't be afraid to piss off your woman. If you're afraid to piss off your woman, you're in for a world of hurt. You really, really are. All right, one last question. You got it, Mo. You're the man, dude. Yeah.
What was the most difficult?
Hey, hold on a second.
My boy Big Mo taking up 2 of them seats. This thing over here like sitting off to the side. Hey, make some room for Big Mo, y'all.
Dude, Mo is like, yeah, what's to eat?
Yeah. Hey, what time we eating, bro? Hey, this nice and all, but I'm hungry. Hey, yo, bro. I can't believe it's Fresh and Fit. They're somewhere in here. I know for a fact they're somewhere in here. All right, because Myron got the invite. He says, Baby G, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Says, I know Donny didn't carry her through the door when he got home. She probably held the door he walked in first. Yeah, bro. The more I'm looking at this, I'm starting to believe that Donny is like a toddler, bro. Hey, what do you think? Because I think he married Mama. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to be taken care of. You want it to be taken care of.
You know what? You're right. Here's the thing. A lot of these women talk about this, right? Because this is some of the rebuttals that you hear in this space when women hear these guys talk about, we want someone who can cook and clean, who can child rear, stay at home, right? All this stuff. And then when women hear that, they say, oh, well, you guys are looking for moms. And the rebuttal from the red pill is always, see, this is slander, shame, insult, need to be right, sign language, all that stuff. This is what happens. But then we're looking at a guy who was influencing this space for a long time. And then that's what he ends up doing. He ends up basically marrying a woman where he demands her to basically do things that his mom would otherwise have done for him.
But the difference is that she's still working, bro.
Exactly.
She's still work. Like
what woman wants to deal with that?
Here's the thing. Like if my wife's like, hey, I'm gonna stay at home. Okay, there's stuff that needs to be done, right? And I'm probably going to work a little more than I'm working right now, because it's not like I just do YouTube. I have 2 other jobs besides YouTube, you know, and I'm not 25 and I'm still putting in 60, 70 hours a week, you know, so it's no big deal. But if she wants to stay home and we decide that's a thing, but that's fine. But I'm not going to come and mandate her, oh, you stay home to make sure that it's cook and clean. But let me tell you something, though. When you're being a solid dude, dinner is gonna be on the table anyway, bro. Like, this is the thing. Like, this is the thing that I have with it. I don't actually have a problem with if a woman wants a man to come home to a meal and that's what she wants to do. I don't have a problem with that. Why would I? I mean, I like to eat like everybody else, not as much as Big Mo, but I like to get that. Right?
Yeah, dude is pushing dude out the seat.
Yeah, but no, Big Mo need to do a push up. But if she wants to do that, then that's fine. But you also have your roles to do. Like, I mean, around our place, it's like, well, my wife ain't doing none of that heavy lifting stuff. She like, listen, dude, you lift all them weights, go on and break that tree down outside.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
That's my job.
Here's the one thing I was just thinking about, because it basically adds to the fear a lot of women say, right? And the thing is, I've also criticized women for this, because I'm like, hey, okay, maybe you guys are wrong, because maybe you got to give these guys a chance, because they're not maybe they're not looking for their moms, right? And because that's one of the criticism some of these women push back on the internet when they hear this RedPill stuff. They'll say, okay, then what are you men going to be doing, right? So if we have to cook and clean, we have jobs that we have to do. So do we have to do that plus our jobs, and then you guys go out and do this? Like, well, what's happening? And here we are, the end result at a red pill leader's wedding, who has a woman who cooks, cleans, does every stuff in the household, and still has to work while this guy stays at home. I mean, I'm assuming he stays at home while on the internet talking shit all day about other women, right? So he's doing all that while she's doing both jobs. It's almost like what some of these women are saying would happen is happening with Donny, because now not only she has to pull her own weight in the workforce, like supporting his business and probably doing what she does outside of this, but she also has to support him at home as well, cleaning up after him, coming. Imagine this: you're her coming home from work, and you got to clean up this dude's underwear. You got to close the garage door and the refrigerator because he can't do it himself. Like, who wants this kind of relationship?
Apparently, she does.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, hey, like, you know.
Oh my god, bro! And then we got discount 2 Chainz over here. All right, he's got them pearls on, just sitting there with the glasses on, with a hat on. You're at a wedding, my nigga. Oh my god.
Hey, the thing is, I be getting in my old man bag. I want to come up and keep them damn sunglasses off inside.
Exactly, bro. Like, where you respect that? Like, hey, what you trying to be? He got a pearl and he got 2 pearls. Call them 2 pearls. Yeah, I ordered them from Wish.
Man. I ain't gonna lie though, that mustard hat is cool if it wasn't so big. You know, no,
listen, that is fly, but it's why you wearing that? Like, it's too much inside, bro. Like, bro, take that shit off.
Wearing that with an extra medium t-shirt.
Yeah, like it's something that you got on, or that little, like this little hat that the dude next to him got on. That's perfect. That's fine. It's low key, but you could tell he want the attention, and he sat his ass in the front row too.
I'm gonna get on camera.
Hey, ladies,
see this what happens when I come up here, dude. I wind up talking all types of shit, man. Like, it's always a good time. But
hey, that's what we're all about, comedy, you guys. But I mean, listen, overall, I think it was a beautiful wedding. Okay, I just think it makes Donovan Sharp the biggest hypocrite of all, right? I think it just exposes that, like, this is the end result for a lot of people who follow you, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? There's nothing wrong with getting married and things like that, whether it's private wedding or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that now you're a hypocrite. Now you have to atone for all the shit you were talking about these women. Are you gonna keep on the same message, or are you just gonna change your ways now that you realize that it is possible to find the love in your life even though she's in post-war single mom? And that's the one thing we've been trying to say on this channel a lot, right? That Donny is wrong, and you shouldn't be judging women like this, right? Because for all you know, your soulmate could be a Devon, right? You'll never know that until you go through life. And Donovan found that out, because we never know what we're going to end up with. For those of us who are going through life, we never know, right? But to sit there and carve out a whole nother option for a lot of men and just throw it in the trash because one guy on the internet said no, but then you're looking at his life and he's actually dealing with those same type of women, it's crazy to me. And then, again, I don't want to be judgmental, but it's these guys who've been hella judgmental to these women. They have not given them a fair shake. And it's not like, oh, rah, we're like, the women and stuff like that. No, if you saw the kind of nonsense this dude was talking, you would understand where I'm coming from, especially seeing him end up with the very type of women he and especially Minister Jap have been shaming throughout their whole careers. It's fascinating to me.
But here's the deal. I remember, being young, and man, especially in the black community, because a lot of dudes who didn't make it back in the same mind state or Vietnam a lot of dudes went to the crack epidemic. A lot of dudes went to the prison, the 94 crime bill. Being a stepfather was actually looked upon, and this is not me endorsing being a stepfather, but it was actually looked upon as you were a solid dude in the community.
Yeah.
So I never tell people, and I've never told people, hey, listen, whatever you do, avoid single moms. I say, make your decision and make sure that your decision is a decision you can live with. Because one thing I do agree with the rhetoric of the red pill is accountability for your actions, and that you can't have it all, and your life will reflect your choices. So I don't want to always come and just say, hey man, this stuff is horrible. What I'll say is this: half of these clowns or 3/4 of these clowns ain't never gonna live up to what they say.
Nope.
So
look at Donovan, he's in that percentage.
so let's just remove them. Let's just talk about just everyday regular dudes walking around. Maybe you gotta, and I'm not talking about no high value dudes, working in management and this and that. I'm talking about a regular blue collar cat. If you see a woman you like and she happens to have a kid, the conversation that you should be having is like, what is my role in this kid's life if we really get together? Because
exactly,
listen, I'm not gonna feed and clothe this kid if I can't make the decisions about disciplinary decisions in the house. Now, if you don't want that, then you shouldn't get with me, and that's fine.
Exactly. And guys, we're not even the ones saying this, right? Because again, from the get-go, since I started this channel, right, I've always been against the rhetoric these guys have been saying, because again, we live in a real world. We know all women are not like the way these, especially the single moms and stuff like that. They're not the way these guys are describing, especially how they're trying to make the red pill tries to make how being a stepfather and things like that. It's just, you're just a simp, and it's like, nah, bro. Because that's still looked at as honorable. To have somebody else take care of your kid and raise him as your own, you know how impactful it is to that child. Like even my ex right now, and the dude she's dating right now, who's around her, my daughter and things like that. I respect him. I don't, we ain't not see eye to eye on certain things, but I absolutely respect them, because it takes a human being to do that. I don't know if I have it in myself to do it, but there's certain men who do. That's why those guys, instead of being shamed, they need to be respected. And if we want to help curb the rise of the boys being raised in single mother households, all right, we have to stop making it impossible for them to get fatherly role models out in there in the real world, okay? Because for instance, there could be a guy out there who has a big heart and wants to mentor someone, but then he's like, you know what, maybe what they're saying about single mothers is right. All right, I got dumped once, I don't want my heart broken, maybe I stay away from that. And it doesn't happen, right? Y'all don't know. I think you guys should just, instead of listening to these bozos, just go out into the life, just see what it's all about. It just go through the journey.
Well, I think like if you're an older dude and you want a younger woman, that's a way that like maybe a woman will accept you, because she'll endure, because you have love for that kid. But let's keep it a buck though. I mean, like I said, once you get 50 years old, 55 years old, man, most women have kids, and half those kids are almost grown anyway. Yeah. So what are you really risking if you go and you meet a woman and she got like a 17-year-old? like you're not like, and this is the context, and this is why I say a lot of things are outdated. Now I don't tell any, like, listen, if a dude's like under 35, I wouldn't I would say why not just, like there's plenty of women to find, but like I'm just being realistic from a position of someone who's older and who got married older in life, you know what I mean? And like it's like, and someone who was dating a 28-year-old and a 30-year-old right after that and thought, man, I just can't hang around these people at this mindset. And and it just wasn't right. And I understood like before then, I never said, "Oh, age appropriateness." I was like, "Come on, man, y'all just trying to hate because, hey, listen, if I can still pull them, right?
Yeah,
I'm trying to feel,
yeah, as long as they're over like you mean reasonable age. I say over the age of 18, but then like obviously if you're like 45, dating an 18-year-old, like, it's just a knowledge gap, and it's too far. You're not gonna get it.
that." But I'm saying like I was 42 and
Oh yeah.
12 years, but they 30 years old. But even that age difference, there was still too much of a gap, too much of a things that we weren't going to agree on. Because when you're really wanting to spend time with somebody, what are you looking for? Can you agree with how you guys are going to live your life?
Yeah.
And how are you going to run your household, and how you're going to save, and how you're going to do this and that. None of this stuff that people really talk about in the Red Pill society, what they really talk about in the Red Pill space is basically how to smash and dash. That's what they're talking about, how to skeet and skedaddle.
I mean, even Donovan to what, even on his wedding altar, right? He's sitting there talking about asshole game. This guy's still thinking about gaming his own wife.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about that, bro. It just shows you that if these guys are not grown up, if you listen to this shit, you're not gonna have a fruitful relationship. Just guaranteed.
The way I grew up, game was just the life, and like the OGs would tell you stuff about life. Hey, listen, young blood, don't do this, don't do that. I mean, I ain't thought about talking slick to a woman in 20 years.
Yeah.
I come up, hey, how you doing? This is me.
Yeah.
You don't like, hey, you don't need to meet my representative. You don't need to meet all this stuff. If you don't like me, you already know if you like me by looking at me. So if that ain't popping, then why are we even wasting our time? You ain't gonna get a bunch of free drinks out of me. Hell, I don't even drink anymore.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I don't know, man. It's just I hope now that this wedding, we can finally get this shit on camera, right? Whether it's a reenactment of the actual wedding that happened a long time ago, because we knew this guy was paired up with her, whatever we want to say. This is just a proof now that, listen, man, at the end of the day, you can scream, we ain't no more single mothers here. Nope, no date. We ain't dating them here. But again, look at his character arc. Look where he ended up in, and then ask yourself, does this guy actually know what he's talking about? Like, just be real. But Grover, shout out to you, man. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah. So let me say this right quick, and then
go ahead, brother.
First of all, Duke, it's been too long, my brother.
It has.
It's cool. I want to thank you because you were the first dude I ever came up on a panel with. Because I'm not really a live streamer. We make a lot of videos. I have a lot of opinions that may seem contradictory because, yes, I believe that the best thing to do is bring up your kids within a household with a father and a mother. I'm a traditionalist like that. Yes, I do have very conservative leanings, but not this weird conservatism like where I want to run your life. Conservatism where this is the way I run my life and I want it to be a certain way. Yes, I believe in like God, and it's like sometimes, well, I live in California, and I work in tech, so everybody thinks that's weird because it's super atheist. I would say that like it's better to raise your kids up in a family, but I understand like a lot of people, it might be I think that we need to draw a distinction between a single mother with one kid or a single mother who was married and have two kids and was married for some years. And somebody who's just going through life making bad decisions. They got 5 kids by 5.
Yep.
Now, listen, if you got 5 kids by 5 different dudes, as far as that rhetoric goes, I'm going to be a lot harsher on you as far as what I think about your morals, because you're not making mistakes. You're repeating your mistakes. However, let me not forget the dude with 7 kids who ain't taking care of them. I mean, I've made videos about that called the de-discipline, where it's like you're messing up. So this whole what I was explaining to you earlier, and I appreciate you bringing me on, is that the Red Pill has a whole lot of outdated ideals from like 2000, back when I was in like the Lycus message.
Yeah, Tom Lycus, yep.
I was like a member of that when he first had his app and like a whole lot of things. So I've kind of been around with these message boards, and not as long as some folks, because there's some folks who educate me, but I really understand that. But like I said, I'm never telling anybody that you should get with a single mom. What I'm telling you is that once you get 60, if you walking around thinking you're not gonna marry somebody if you're single, like maybe you're wilderness, so you're gonna find somebody who doesn't have a children. How many people is that really in a population? It's
Yeah.
the same thing with talking to somebody saying, "Hey, I want somebody who's 6 foot tall and this, that, and this much money," and it's like 4.25% of the population. Well, if you're over a certain age without kids, it's only 4.25% of the population. Uh,
Right.
so and that's the thing. I mean, I'm hard on people making bad decisions, men and women. That's what
But that's fair. That's fair. The thing is, it's just that now, like, because again, the red pill is anti single moms, right? But you got the biggest promotion of like dating a single mom by Donovan. He's the one promoting
because
being like dating a single mom, because this is what he is. Not only just dating one, getting married to one, right? So my real thing is like, okay, if you're gonna marry her, and the thing is, he's been with her for 7 years, right? He's mentioned that, but I think he's been with her longer than he's been in a red pill. I can almost guarantee it. It's like, yo, you knew that this single mom was down for you, and yet you still went online to talk shit against people like her. That's crazy to me, bro. That really is. It really is. Like, why? Then that means you're not honest. You're not honest, and why should anyone listen to you, right? So again, it's not like listen, again, if you don't want to date a single mom, that's fine, but like, don't listen to this guy and have him be your end all be all reason, because at the end of the day, listen, bro, he's telling you whose true self. It doesn't really matter to him. This is what works, and she's making him happy, although he doesn't want to admit that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, if you're a guy out there, let's say you're older, in his position right now, you can't get none. Maybe a Devon is probably what you need. I don't know, but he seems like he's found it. But anyways, that's all I got. But Grover, anyways, where can they find you?
You can find me at THPP Network, all social media outlets.
The tip.
We're we make videos. We do social commentary, not so much reactions, but more of narrative videos. Thank you so much for having me up.
Oh, you know it, man.
I like to say that, like, a lot of times, we're like a 1-2 punch. I'm an older cat, Scott, who's my partner. He's a little younger than me. He's a generation younger than me, and he's Vietnamese. I'm black, so we have a different way to look at things. And that's it. That's all I gotta say. Just salute to the chat. I see some people in there. You agree with me, you disagree with me. That's all right. That's all right. I mean, I will tell you this. I kind of seen a few things. I've been around a few things, but I've seen the good and the bad of it. So Duke, salute to you, brother. As always, thank you for having me up. Let's do it again. And
of course.
And like I said, I've been here with some epic streams with this, man. We've been going 4 or 5 hours. I've been sitting
man,
man.
I'm telling you. But listen, once I get done not being as busy, man, I'll try to have more open streams where we have conversations, right? Especially when I start leaning heavy into more reaction videos. I'm gonna, like, the streams are gonna be more longer, because my plan is trying to like react to some of these videos, or like drop a video and then do a live stream reaction where the whole chat family can come together and we can clown and laugh all in real time.
Man.
So it's gonna take some time, but I need to, like, break away from my side projects first. That's been eating up a lot of my time. But shout out to you, man.
Thanks, brother.
Of course. That was the Tip Network. All right, but like, listen, chat, this is what I've been trying to say, man. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all about people like this. You got to be careful, okay? Now listen, it looked like Donny was happy. It was great. All right, it seems like he had a blast. And Devon seems like she really is in love with Donny boy. But at the end of the day, man, it just seems like it's a very shaky foundation that this whole thing is built upon. The lies, the denial, the scheming, and all that nonsense. Is that really how you want to really build a foundation on? I mean, it's crazy. You got to clean up his drawers. Like, think about it. You got to deal with his business, and then after you're done working for him, you got to clean up his drawers, bro. Like, that's insane. Like, where your self-respect at, Devon? Where that shit go? But not only the self-respect out the window, but I mean, why did he even decide to have this wedding on the same day of the CME? Now, some of y'all might be wondering, how did the CME go? Did it go very well? Well, we'll find out in the next episode, because I'm gonna just be real with you. It didn't go that well. the turnout was not great. And let's just say a lot of people were right. It seems like Donny Boy was doing a lot of projection, man. He probably knew his turnout was going to be shit. And he decided to, throw a red herring and blame Anthony Johnson and say he's the one who can't make the ticket sales. Yikes. But we'll cover all of that and more in the next episode. Let me get the super chat real quick. Shout out to M. Dot with the $5 super chat. Says Donovan and Devon are too invested in the con for Devon to ever admit publicly that Devon's single mom. He's finished if he does. Yeah. No. He's done. Here's the thing. I think he's done right now. Like, I think right now, the fact that he put this video out, he's done. I think so. Like, credibility out the window. Because what else do you have to teach men? You're married now, bro. You're going to listen. At least when you didn't make this public, you can actually put the air of mystery and saying, we're married or maybe not. And there'll always be that doubt because people are gonna be like, okay, we don't really know. Okay, they're together for sure, and he's definitely dating a single mom, which is according to him supposed to be a big no. But they're not married. But you see this wedding ceremony that he put up there. Yeah, I mean, people are always going to look at that and say, you know what? Is this my future? is this what I really want out of life? Someone like her. I mean, nice. It's nice, but I'm conflicted because Donny said we gotta chase after the young ones, right? We gotta use the asshole game, and so far this asshole game hasn't been working so well for me, right? I don't know. It just doesn't look too well. All right, but chat, y'all know what it is, and you know exactly what time it is. It's time for the ones and twos. So for those of you guys who don't know, I save the ones and twos for last for like people who want their voice heard in the chat, and it's usually reserved for the chat OGs. Those are ones that want to let their voice be known because we gotta get some things straightened out here, all right? And those of you guys who here for the show, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. This is pretty much the end of it. But chat, let me know. I want you to know what y'all think about this, okay? Do you think this relationship is gonna last? Put a 1 if you think no. Put a 2 if you think yes. And I will catch you guys on the next one because I'm gonna tell you this. After hearing his wedding vows, talking about I'm happy without you. And I'm happy with you. And this wedding has not changed my entire life whatsoever. I don't know, bro. It seems pretty fucking shaky. But let me know what y'all think. And we'll be right back at it with another one. Peace.